April 11th, and I just want to clear up with a lot of people over Facebook here, or whoever, whatever. It's really just clearing it up with me, right? Because it seems that I've been doing imposter syndrome for at least 4 or 5 years, which brings me to the pitch of complaining or begging for help and stuff like that. I think it's just a weird way of advertising, but I would like to toot my own horn because nobody else will, and just say that rather know really where I've been. For the last 20 years, I've actually been quietly setting an example here. I've been keeping very much peace. See, I'm a meditator and I don't mind staying still. And I basically just chop my wood, carry water, I raise chickens. I have quietly set an example here in Idlewild, and it's just time for me to take credit for that, whatever that is, as far as just putting it out there. In fact, people have tried to copy what I've done, which is I've had chickens here for nearly 20 years, and nobody has been able to do that. I mean, they do it on and off, I think, but no, I'm keeping it solid, and I'm planning on breeding more. And now what I'm doing is, I think it's like a quiet protesting that I'm allowing my water to be shut off. I have water tanks, and it's just a disciplined life that I've lived quietly here that is actually setting an example that now I'm going to advertise hardly minute 2. If you're the kind of person that you think that sitting still and being still and quiet and really reducing down the noise of the unconscious mind that has this desire to be more real than just, hey man, you made it to the mountains and don't you like the sun, and let's keep the water clean somehow. That's what I'm doing. Whatever water I collect, however, I'm stopping using the water company, and right now I know, I can just unscrew the drain in my kitchen and catch the water in the sink. I've already been doing this discipline quietly by myself here, and I'm just letting people know that no, it's actually different than what you hear on Facebook. I've actually been setting an example. Includes using my land to grow crops to try and pay my taxes. Now that fell through for me as soon as the COVID-19 thing started happening, and people just got kind of strange, and I think that they're getting strange because of money. Money will make you funny, right? It doesn't make any sense to me. And that's another thing that I'm kind of like not appreciating, right? Is the chamber of torture, or I'm sorry, the chamber of commerce. But again, this is kind of a funky advertisement, and it's kind of risky, right? Because you can attract some really down home icky people, but no, it's not everybody's cup of tea okay, it's almost like ashram now, right? I'm just offering a place that says, no, this is a place of meditation. You don't have to, okay, so it's $600 per room. I have 2 rooms. Doesn't have to be permanent. It shouldn't be, because there's a lot of work to do. I don't expect people to want to work on how much work that it needs, and so, but I don't expect that to happen for me either. I'm just saying that, yeah, there's that possibility here, but so I'm unable to even pay the electricity because I don't work, and I'm hoping that somebody might be able to hear me, help me, support me through a time where it's like, well, did you know? I'm not talking about it, but see, I'm going to put this on Facebook, and I hope that I make this short. See, I'm not talking about also that I'm being attacked by people here that just know that I'm isolated, and they're jealous, and they have the ability, they had the ability to do it. Stupid me, I made some mistakes in letting them, like I just let them, and it's like, no, now I'm learning how to stand up for myself, and it's literally at the courthouse over there, and that's been taking away from what little money that I've been breadcrumbed by people that are doing horrible things to me. And I'm just happy to say that no, I am yet setting another example. It's kind of like, it's interesting because we should all do this, because I don't drink the water company's water. It's poison. If I can, see, I don't give it to my cats. I don't cook with it. No, it's poisoned. I have literature that they sent me, and I know the history of this place, and I know the history of what's going on in the global population, babes. I'm where I'm at because of my great-grandpa and grandma. They knew what caused the depressions in the 1920s, 1929. So I'm offering this kind of ambiance now. It's not anything normal. It's more like, hey, welcome to Ashram. You'll notice a difference maybe in the vibes when you start coming down my driveway. I don't want people coming here that are oblivious to this very moment now, like my advertisement of what I'm doing. The water's being shut off. If somebody pays for it for me, please don't. Because I want that money to innovate what I'm doing now, which is just I want to have my own water supply some way, some other way. Water truck. If people want to move in here, get your own water tank, and then I'll find a way, right? I want the money to do plumbing. I want to fashion up an outdoor, fantasy outdoor water house. And I think it can be as elaborate that you can imagine, as long as the people coming here and knowing that this is theirs too. Believe me, if I had the money, I would make it a bitchin' kind of simulation granite quarry, but of course, maybe tile, but hey, wood. The wash house, the bathhouse, sauna slash thing, but mainly really just a wash house, is for everybody that wants to come and live here. Yep, have it like that. There is already 2 bathrooms. One of them can be installed with a shower. It's already ready up there. So it's 1.5 baths. See, I'm opening it up and I'm saying, no, but you have to be able to have respect for me. And how that I'm writing on the times here. Babes, you can't ignore that it's getting worse and worse. You can't, if there's going to be a huge snapback that happens because there's a population that ignores it so much, and then all of a sudden, emergency. Well, I am a buffer here, and always it has been, especially if you're living in intention in these areas called the mountains. I am surrounded by people that don't really live in intention. They're kind of frightened of it, and I don't want anything to do with these people. I want nothing to do with what is going on in their head. They have pulled me into it, and I'm having to go to the courthouse and say, no, these people are kind of imagining something, and I would like to pull up all evidence against me starting from 30 years ago and clear my name there. And see, they'll have respect for that. You have to go there if you want to be heard. And see, this is my character. This is who I am. If you want to know, I am being held accountable. I hold myself accountable. For what? Well, I have emotions. Maybe I make a mistake and then I show remorse. But see, I'm proving that no, it's just true that I'm surrounded by people who are reckless. Well, because of their jealousy or something, they don't understand me, that they have abused me, and I'm having to stand up for that. And so this is just another short advertisement. Say, hey, oh no, this can all clean up, right? I hope that you have this sense of real life, because I won't have you coming here. It's kind of an allergic reaction. It's a great test. Let's see how long you last with me, because I'm really just wondering, why are you here in my life? I'm on Facebook. That should be enough for me. There's people spying on me. That's cool, but where's my friends now? I mean, really, where's the people that need the help that I can offer? I got a place to stay. And also, make no mistake, what we do here and what I kind of loosely and naturally am dancing around is water. I'm saying, oh no, let's do something. Let's learn how to clean water. Let's push it out and say, no, let's ban. See, I'm effectively, it's kind of weird, but no, it's my choice. See, you can come here and you can turn the water on, but let's see. I hope that I'm far along with my cleaning water project, with some of the plumbing. See, I would rather that the $500 goes to buying PVC pipe, a little bit of framing to hold a tower that puts a water tank up, to solarly heat the water. Babes, I've been talking about this for a long time. And there's something in me that refuses to believe that it's just got to be just me here. Nope. I want people to absorb into me that thinks that this is a great opportunity. If they can just get off of Facebook and dare get into 3D, because this is what I'm talking about, is my 3D reality. See, I've been going on Facebook and displaying something that is like, it's so not me. It's just some way that I'm advertising somebody to see through it maybe and say, no, this is a perfect opportunity. And I think that you're awesome here. Shauna, wipe yourself off. Why are you posing like that? Oh, some people are wondering, like, where are you? Why are you hiding? And I'm like, well, why? I'm probably hiding from you. I don't know. Is it time for us to come together? Can we innovate something different? I have been quietly setting an example here. I have. Some persons, not very many, one of them came down here, and I don't know what happened to her. Women are being treated like shit, but she told me, she said, no, man, what you're doing here, you are doing so much for the community, and they don't even know it. But no, I have paid my house taxes up until about 4 years ago. It's been difficult. Just because people chose to shut me out. Because why? There's another source of crap over there that they're doing. And see, now I'm closing this video up. I didn't want to make it this long, but I'm not really going to be typing on Facebook anymore. I want people to see me and just pick up these videos. So I put an advertisement just a couple days ago on Swap Shop about that I will cut your weeds right now, baby. $35 an hour. I only work 4 hours a day because, well, it's hard on my body. And somebody piped back saying, oh, it's too early. Your clients would be having to cut the weeds again if you did it now. And it's like this. First of all, I'm not looking for clients. I've been up here for 35 years, and by now I should have friends hiring me that says, go for it. And second of all, you don't know about the weeds. I have not a single weed on my property because I do not want to cut weeds over and over again. No, I agree with you. I watch my neighbor over there plant his weeds every year by waiting till they dry. They go to flower and then they seed. And when you wait that long, which is what the weed whacker company wants you to do because they want to sell you more string. Hello, friends. I'm not a ripoff. I've never been a ripoff to you. Some of you are not confessing up when it comes to me right now. You're not saying, hey, Shauna, no, I know you and I remember. In fact, I needed your help and you were there. Now you need my help and I can't be there. Maybe that's the truth. Maybe. I don't know. Let's change this up. Come on, let's do this. I'm an Aries rising. That's the thing you don't understand about me, right? I have set trends here that isn't being seen. People have admired me and they tried to do it, but they couldn't. Because why? You got to be pretty fucking diligent. See, when it comes to the chickens, the reason why they don't die every winter, I heat them up. They start laying more so in the winter than in the fall because I'm heating them up. Anyway, back to my no, I've actually set an example here, and I am not here to compete with people that are here to test and challenge me. I'm here to share and offer to come into this energy and let's do this. Nothing serious, to tell you the truth. Not really. I mean, you can come in and out of my property, but I'm demanding respect, which a lot of people around me just can't seem to fucking swallow it because they're doing disrespect. They think that I need to be a certain way, and it's like, no, I don't. I don't really have anybody in my life to where I need to cower down and be a certain way with not anybody. No, I'm saying, no, let's be a certain way with each other now. This is a brand new life for me. I am starting from scratch. I'm having to set down some heavy-duty boundaries. And within these boundaries that I have, this is a golden, like, the infinite egg of opportunity, the egg of infinite opportunity kind of thing. That's what I am. And I've actually been protecting it. That's kind of what I've been doing. See, it's risky for me to ask for people to come here, but see, I want just a certain type. Maybe they're a little bit older than me. Maybe they're the same age. Maybe they are younger and they say, God, no, this is a great idea. I always wanted to build a water filtering system. And it just costs a little money, right, for supplies, and then it takes a lot of work. But once you start doing it, boy, does it pay off, and won't it, and can it, and can we do this? I have a place. Oh, it's in a place in Idlewild where, make no mistake, my great-grandpa, who was half Osage, Osage Indian, had a natural knack about it. He just was like a piece of iron moving, and he had all of the west of the Mississippi to feel it out. And he and my great-grandmother were camping out here on the 4 acres in the 1930s. in an airstream, and they did not start building until, well, he was 70 years old. That's the Canada I live in now. We've been here, though, since the 1930s, technically 90 years. So I'm going to be making a plaque in my neighborhood that says, no, I've been here 90 years. I watched all of your houses being built. And I think also I'm going to put like a bulletin board thing that says, and today you guys seem to be a bunch of assholes. In the very beginning, you treated me like shit. I mean, really, I was setting the example here, living quietly. And I thought that we were all living in intention until what happened in 2023. Wrapping this video up, but I think people need to know this. Some of these residences who have lived here, I think, for at least 30 years, right next door to me. Otherwise, I would not have cared, right? But this person poured 12 truckloads of city-sized, massive, big rig fucking loads of toxic, carcinogenic asphalt that was specially doctored to kill. It was a hit from the deep state. See, he got it for free. And it just absolutely blew my mind that, after, like, who would do that to their property? So this is what I'm trying to open up at the courthouse. Slow but sure. But I'm just, right now, I'm going there to say, no, this is where I'm coming from, and this is who I am, and I'm kind of telling the story of this right now. It says, no, actually, I've been here, but I'm not like all these other people. See, now when I talk about all these other people, let's open up the episteme file and see, like, how many people might be dealing with ancestry and karma that has to do with that lineage that is globally operating, and in fact, kind of the plague. You have to kind of divorce yourself a little bit from all of their programming. Now it's called the Matrix maybe right now, and that's what I'm offering, babes. I'm like this. I'm like, how much of the Matrix have you been able to shake off of you and just become realized of the true nature of reality? Because that's what I'm offering here. When you come down my driveway, I don't want a projection from people anymore. I'm real, folks. And it happens to be that I'm using the water crisis. Really, it's a water crisis for everybody. Why can't they keep clean water up here? Did you know that up until the 1986, the water bill was always $9? Now, I know we're facing drought and stuff, but no, they used to tell people, in fact, in the summertime, okay, it was around about fall, they would say, please water, empty out, we're trying to empty out the tanks. Everybody, please open your water hoses if you go. And because they were refilling them during the winter. And they prided themselves in such the most sweetest water. We used to come up when I was a kid and fill up the taps, jugs, because it was so much more sweeter than any water around. But eventually, and it got massively poisoned like right away. It was in the in the 1990s, I noticed the bill go up. Okay, so we noticed the bill go up to $32. Our bill was $32 for a long time, and then for the water, and then it got kind of weird. I started attending water company meetings right about at the point where it was the very last water company meeting I went to was like timed. I had to see this. There was a fixture there too that made them give the excuse to close the public out. It was on a night that was like 28 degrees, and we all were there. And nobody was talking about what really they needed to talk about, especially about the poisoning. And when they started to kick the public out, I stood up and said, well, I thought we were here to talk about the water poisonings and then the rate hike. And we're supposed to save that water now and how cuckoo it is. But no, everybody was just like, oh, get the public out here and we're going to do our own thing. All right. So we have a private fucking operation up here. I don't care. But try me, bitches. Try me on my own property. I have a right to cut your fucking head off with a machete. Because I don't think that a lot of these people have my best interest at hand. Not when they're sending sheriffs down my fucking driveway. And I'm having to push those people out. Because they aren't really there for a legitimate reason, but to try to shut me up. Because I was disturbing the peace. What a fucking insult. And I'm so glad that I told this story now. So if you think you can handle somebody like me, which is actually, I'm a marshmallow. I'm a peacekeeper. I'm actually a fucking, I give too much. I'm offering a good deal. People are trampling and say, oh, get out of my way. I gotta do this. And you know what? You're unsafe. Get out of here. I want people that are safe to come here and say, no, I can climb this ladder up and down. And I see that some things need to be done. Sure, let's do this. Let's save money on the water bill. Let's set an example and make it push out and actually put some of these people to shame. Why? Why? Well, it's just time. It's time. It happens to be that we're doing kind of post-World War III, and I'm not here for no reason. In fact, when it was World War II, my great-grandmother served beans and rice out of the back window here. It was a tighter-knit community in the 40s and the 50s, and she served food for free for whoever needed it in the community outside the back kitchen here. Did you know that everybody knows this, that knows my family? See, they're all dying right now, and I'm like, oh, I'm being left here, and like nobody's really like saying, oh, Shauna, hey, I'll hire you to do my weeds. And yes, of course, that's what happens. You cut the weeds early while they're green before they go to seed. I offer what is called a cold cut. I'm not ripping anybody off, and I'm not looking for clients. I'm looking for friends, okay? Pap, 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 pap. Learn to live here. If you forgot, seek an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius moon. Find an Aries. I'm an Aries rising. And get a little touch of Libra in there. I'm a Libra. Peace it is, baby. Love. Ooh, what a warrior, huh? Come on, let's go, babes. You can save money with me, right? Just learn to harmonize a little bit. Learn to live with a cat. A couple cats, because I've just been trying to get a handle on the rat infestation at my home. I've never had that. Ever. Never. And it's been so heartbreaking that has been happening in the past 2 years. I'm getting rid of people in my life that aren't really helping me with anything. They can't seem to hear. It's just a game for them. And it's like, sorry, you're going to have to go over there. And now I'm setting boundaries. And what's within my boundaries is worth it to me. It's beautiful. It's great. It's wonderful. It's a blessing. And so now you know, $600 per room. I have 2 rooms. And yes, there's a little crisis here. My water's turning off. I'm hoping that I can actually get renter in here. Or just, it's not really renter. It's just people that say, hey, no, I see. I want a terrace to be built in the back here. Precursor food crisis. We have to use the waterways to grow. We have to start communicating in this community. We can't be shut out by these people that don't really know how to live. I hope they're learning. Are you getting your cram course? Anyway, thanks for listening. Minute 23, and things have got to change, especially for me, and I'm offering something that's like, well, how's your life? Is it changing? Do you think that if you're in this local area, you don't know of me because I've stayed isolated, and I am not going to poke my head out there and get chopped by these people that are just simply not really, yeah, they don't know me, and it's like, oh boy. I have to stick up for myself in all ways, shapes, or form. And it is in the form of like, okay, so I understand that people thought I disappeared for 12 years. I just went into hermit mode, and I like it. I'm offering it, babe. Do you like to go into hermit mode? Can you meditate, which is just a form of kind of just, yeah, if you know what meditation is, if you can sit still, walk slow, is basically, I've said it before on my Facebook page, but you're probably envisioning some other kind of weird person, but no, I could be in many ways. This cleans up pretty good, believe me. When I say no, if you can actually effectively just say, fuck the world, and you can create this meditative bubble to where you can look at a chicken walking, and it actually nourishes you, because you're just like, if you are allowing existence to make love with you, and you are actually making love with existence, and you want to walk slow and figure out how to purify the water, because that's what I'm kind of doing here. It's at the very beginning stages, and it's like, I just don't want to do it alone, and I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people that would like an opportunity to do something different. And in fact, see, if you stick with me, I'm not making any promises, but usually I start a trend. In fact, that's what I've been doing. I think what I'm getting is jealous people in my neighborhood, and that's fine, but you don't treat people poorly the way you've done, and boy, you're going to pay for that. I don't know. You have karma. It's not mine either. I don't want anybody's karma coming at me. I actually offer a way to absolve your karma. I'm a healer of sorts. And of course, this thing is the water is helping me heal my life now. Go ahead, turn the water off. I know how to camp. There's a campground right across this creek from where I'm at. You can hit a campground shower. Put some coins in there and you do the thing. But I want my fantasy fucking hot water, solar heated shower, and I want it to be for everybody that comes here and within my boundaries. The boundaries that they know that we should set up and set that example and say no, and if you can stay still and like live a little bit more consciously, slightly elevated, say as my neighbor over there who constantly plants they're waiting for it right now. I'm watching their fucking weeds grow. They should have cut them at least 2 weeks ago. I cut mine in the back 2 weeks ago and they are not going to come up. There's some in the back that they have not been, each year that I've cut them while they're green, before they seed, they have dissipated. The thickness is so gone. By year 3, they are gone. So if you're a client of mine and you let me cut your fucking weeds early, guaranteed in 3 years they're gone. Don't you want that? No? See, fuck this town. Fuck the world, babes. They're not being together. Not even if you have a friend there. Okay, so the people in my past, we fell out because we clashed. And you had no idea what was happening, right? And it's like, okay, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm for somebody else. And so how can you hear me? Do you think it's a interesting thing that I'm doing? I will keep you posted within my boundaries that I'm setting up and saying, no, you can't come here unless you know what I'm struggling with here. I'm actually fighting for a lot of people now. Really, in court. See, I was supposed to get constituents, and the only people that I can think of as far as this stupid thing I'm going through with these petty people is to talk to my neighbors across the way who they're well known in this town. And I have no problem with them. See, the thing is in reality, they have no problem with me. See, they could not believe anybody who tells them a lie about my character, particularly the new ones that they have that. In fact, they lied. They did a lot of lying, and I was like, whoa, okay, so I have to defend myself against this outright fucking, what it is like character defamation. And so I have a trial that I'm going in May. I need support from random people. I can't handle support from people that don't really like, that can't really speak into me. They can't really like me. I am being fooled by some people around me that are actually fake love and fake friend. And if they don't know that that's how I feel about them, well, now they know. But see, maybe it's a mismatch. Maybe it was never meant to be. Maybe I should have communicated something more clearly. Maybe they should have listened. Maybe I was isolated. Maybe I was isolated and hit pretty hard. Maybe I'm still in isolation, and that's why these neighbors over here did what they did. They were able to do it, but it's like, no, see, after a while in a small community, you can't keep lying about somebody because I'm pretty sure it's already happened that like 10 people have heard the rumor in town. See, nobody's coming to me, really. I'm just sitting here alone, and I was like, okay, this is a weird fucking bunch of shit because you don't really know anybody unless you spend time with them. And nobody's doing that. I'm not complaining. I'm like, no, this is the problem of all of humanity. And guess what provides that bitchin' chamber for us kids? The commerce. It's not commerce, by the way. I found out what the word commerce means. There's the word calm there, and then the word mercy. Now, and then also I cued in on the word currency. It doesn't necessarily mean like current, like water, because current means now. This moment now. So, I'm pretty sure I've found the secret to the decoding system and how we're supposed to be, but nobody's enlightened enough to live in the now, so they're never going to change enough. They're not going to get the change. Anyway, because life is ever changing. And if you hook that up to your money, then you have forever fucking money. Really, you want enough freedom to be able to experience that change, which is always now, right? See, a free people gets free money. And they are useful. They do essential work only. They know that relaxing all day is very important. Stay still. You know, the skill is, hey, not to do that, but maybe to not do that. Just don't do it. No. Offense between us all. No. Train your dogs to not walk along that fence line. You can train them. That's what I do with my dogs. And if the neighbors are paying attention down here, oh my God, they're probably tripping out right now. They're like, whoa, this person, what's the karma going to come? Well, nobody has fallen off the face of the earth. We're continuing to live here. I can have ordinances changed because I go to court and say no, and I think that this is the way it should live, that we should live, Your Honor. You can call it I was going to pass a couple bills for us. There is the Mirror Act. The Mirroring Act, and then there is the Clean Water Act, maybe, or there's just the Living Intention Act, and I don't know, these people need to be fined for having set that material down. The code inspectors that I called like 3 times, they denied the service. They said, "Oh, we went out there and we don't see anything." I think pretty much what happens is like, "Oh, hi, Jim. Oh, that blonde girl over there." You got another thing coming. This is another thing is, can you people play fucking music? Like if you do want to do a cover song with me, can we sit on the patio and do several songs and say, okay, in 3 fucking days I'll come back. I learned the parts. Simple. No? Okay, that's where my fucking life went too. People that are posing as musicians. Comment section down below. Are you going to be a poser for me? I'm not.